we're getting them in situations where the guy tried, he had sex with us, and then now he looking like, okay, I already got some now. You know, you can't do shit. What is there other than your vagina that you're bringing to me? Hi, everyone. Welcome back to my comfy couch. So the faces on this show, a lot of them are going to be familiar this time. So I've got, of course, Thaddeus with me. And I've got Rudy. Say hey, Rudy.
How you doing?
Y'all remember him dropping knowledge on our single mom session. Jessica, say hey. And we have a guest with us, Janae. Say hey, Janae.
Hi.
Okay, thank you all for being here. I speak with men regularly, and a common kind of concern or complaint that I hear from men is that women are always wanting men to kind of show their value to them before getting the goods, right? So a lot of times guys feel like, I think one guy mentioned it kind of like spinning a plate, like you have to do all these tricks and everything to kind of show the girl your value before she actually lets you in. But then on the flip side, it's like, okay, what is she bringing to the table? It doesn't seem like she's putting forth the effort to kind of impress him. So that's kind of our first kind of discussion is, do you guys feel that that's true? Do you guys feel as men kind of that you guys kind of have to step it up and perform for the woman before she kind of lets you in? How about you, Rudy? What do you think?
I think that's been the case for most situations. And I'm talking about scenarios where the person had to agree for them to be together, because you do know that in some areas of time, and even to this day, you have arranged marriages and things along those lines. But where a person has to make a decision, or they have the opportunity to make a decision, it's always been like a competition, whether it was direct, you know, in front of someone, or whether it was behind the scenes. It was always a competition type of setting. Show me your best and let me make a determination on if this is what I want. Even if you look at animals behave the same way. I mean, I know we don't like to look at ourselves as animals, but we are a higher extension of the same thing. We pretty much mimic the same behaviors. They do the same thing. They want the strongest male. I mean, that's just my take on it. I think that it's always one of those scenarios where men are always showing their best, or trying to show their best, or what they think is their best. And I don't really feel like the women put forth the same effort. There was a comment that you made when we first got on, and it's funny because I really believe that a lot of women think that. What you said was, men have to put forth the effort because we have the goods, right? And there's a lot of women that really believe that. They really believe that because of their anatomy, that I'm supposed to do all of these things just because of that. I mean,
How about, thank you, Rudy. So you're kind of confirming what I've heard from other guys. How about you?
Me personally, or just what do you think I see in the...
Do you think in general that men feel the need to kind of...
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
That goes without saying. For men, it's an unwritten rule that men, we have the burden of performance, which means if we don't perform, we don't get the reward. Like women, you guys have value just by being a woman. You already have, there's no work that you have to put in. As a matter of fact, if anybody tells you that you have to put in work, most likely they're gonna even feel offended. It's like, nah, work for what? Like, no, I am who I am. Like, I am me, I am enough, I am beautiful. You know, I am queen, I am this. It's like, what have you done to become that? Oh, absolutely nothing. I was just born this way. But we know that that's not the same thing for men. Men have the burden of performance. We have to prove to ourselves every day, or prove to the world, that we are worth something. So
wow.
So
that's deep.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? Just like you said, we have to go out, we have to become something for, you know, for in life, period. Or else we're known as, AKA, a loser.
So lady, what do you think about this? Because me as a female, I always did think that, you know, yeah. And when I sit and think about it, I do think like, I kind of wait to see how the guy is, and he kind of has to show me his value before I open up. Like, I didn't really think before, like, okay, I have to do X, Y, and Z for him to like me. It's like, okay, he wants to sleep with me. So he needs to show me that he is worthy of that. You know what I mean? So you tell me, Jessica, tell me if you feel like, you know, that's the case or not.
I feel like maybe he would try to impress me more.
Right? Okay, and how about you, Janae?
I think that Thaddeus is right. I think that, you know, the guys do have to put in a lot of effort. If it's fair, I really don't think so. And I think what happens is the guy, yeah, he puts in a little bit of effort, but I think most women take it like too far, you know? So I think that's where it starts to really push the envelope a little bit. Also, too, it depends on the girl. Some girls, guys are trying to put in that effort, opposite of what the girl's actually looking for. So then it seems like he's putting in all this effort just to get this, but he's not putting the right kind of effort. You know what I mean? Like, for example, some guys like to throw money and dates at the girls. But other girls prefer, you know, like quality time, intimacy, different types of effort. So then the guy efforts are kind of going on, you know, to no avail because it's the wrong kind of effort they're putting in. But it just depends on the person. But definitely guys do have to put in that interest and effort more than girls.
Yeah, so I want to just put that out there for those of you watching the show who are, you know, guys and women, to make sure that you're aware of that. Because I don't know if as women we really think about it, but guys really do feel like they have to do all this. But us on the other side, like as women, do we feel like do you think most women are prepared to be in a relationship? Do you think that most women are groomed to have the traits, and they think about what kind of traits does a man want before they get on the dating scene? Like, Jenny, do you think that women kind of sit back and make sure they get themselves together before they go out there and try to date?
Well, there's different kinds of women. Some people grow up later in life, others never really do. I think some women do that, you know, and others pretty much don't, because I didn't used to be one of those girls who'd be like, oh, I need to learn how to cook, I need to do this, I need to do that. You know, I was kind of naive, like, oh, I'm attracted to you, I like you, you're attracted to me, you know, you like me, you know, like you're not thinking of what do I have long term to bring to this type of relationship? What do I need to actually keep this man, you know? Sometimes you don't realize until after the relationship is over that, you know, you kind of sucked a little bit. Like there's things you could have done better that, you know, you didn't do in the beginning. So, yeah.
Yeah, yes, I love that, because that's where I want to take the discussion. Jessica, what do you think too? Do you think women are kind of ready and, you know, prepare themselves to be in a relationship?
No, I think it's where they are in their life, like what they really want. So nobody is really prepared. I don't think anybody's really prepared. I think it's whatever you want, when you want it, you'll know you want it. And then you'll go forward with having all these traits that you need to be in a relationship with someone long term.
Because that's why I want to have this discussion too, because as we're talking about it, you know, I was saying guys kind of have to prepare. They're like, okay, let me find out what girls like, and let me make sure I'm that so I can get with them. But women, on the other hand, I don't think we're doing that as much. And it's not until we're getting in situations where the guy tried, he had sex with us, and then now he's looking like, okay, I already got some now, you know, you can't do shit. What is there other than your vagina that you're bringing to me?
I had this conversation with somebody actually today. In my opinion, I don't think women really know what men want. I think a lot of women know what boys want. In most scenarios, you hear just if you think about the conversations that you may have had with you know, your friends, in most cases, it always leads back around to sex. And if you think that a man is overly intrigued with your sex, you're kidding yourself. I mean, that's icing on the cake. The question is, what else can you bring to the table? Now, when you hear about bring to the table, people always want to go in their pocket and they want to say how much money they have, and, you know, how many cars they drive, what type of house. They want to give you the whole financial portfolio. That's not what I'm asking. What I'm asking you is, what is your mental like? Can you hold a conversation? When you look at, if you watch the news, can you dissect it and tell me something that wasn't said? we have a scenario going on right now with the pandemic. What are your views on getting vaccinated versus not getting vaccinated? And if you decide not to get vaccinated, what is the alternative? Those types of conversations. That is, to me, is more intriguing than you being able to do splits and you know, throw it back all hard or whatever it is that you're doing. That's nice in that moment, but let's be realistic. First of all, as a grown man, if sex is your main motivator in why you are choosing a mate, and I'm using that word deliberately because there's a difference between choosing a mate and just going out to have fun, partying, and having sex. That's a whole nother conversation. What really do you have? Because I've been developing my skills since day one. Because since day one, I've been told that I have to excel. If I want to have this type of woman, I have to be in this type of category. And if I'm not in this category, then I have to settle for this type of woman. All right. Women generally are groomed to go for a certain type of men. But what do parents tell them to do? Make sure that your hair looks good. Make sure that you dress nice. Make sure that you smell good. Make sure that you do whatever it is that they tell you to do. But those are all aesthetics. What about your mind? Now, the new age woman, I will say, the new age women that you're seeing, women you're seeing today, are actually educated. And I'm not even talking about going to school. I'm talking about they're educating themselves outside of school. You're seeing a lot more women that are progressing in so many different areas, and they're way out excelling men. But I still feel like there's a disconnect there as well too, and that's a whole nother topic. But there's definitely a disconnect between men and women.
Okay, and how about you, Thaddeus? Do you feel like women aren't as prepared and they don't really know what a guy wants, or?
I'm gonna give you the shortest answer. So every girl or every woman that I've spoken to, and I've asked them a simple question: what is it that you think that a man is looking for in a woman? I have rarely, very rarely gotten the answer. So my answer to that is no, women don't have a clue what men are looking for. Because if you ask a woman what she brings to the table, the first thing you tell me is you're gonna list out all masculine traits that I don't care about. You're gonna tell me, well, I'm educated and I'm independent and I got my job and like, no, I don't care about none of those things. Why do you think that is important to me? And a woman will base her value and her worth on things that a guy deems worthless. And then when you ask this question, do you think that women have no clue? None. Zero.
Okay.
Zero.
Okay, so if both of you guys, real quick, if you had to tell women, kind of top 5, what is it that guys want?
We spoke about that.
We did. So watch our episodes on that.
First thing, of course, is beauty, right? Beauty.
Okay.
So look as beautiful as you can. Second, work on being as feminine as you can. So I have masculine energy. You work on getting the balance of that, which is feminine energy.
Okay.
Right. Third, like he said, learn how to have a conversation or be like inspiration. When I come home, I want to feel as though like I am home. Like you create this home for me, someplace that I want to be. Create that space that I want to be. Right.
Okay.
So those are my top 3.
Okay, let's get top 3. Mm-hmm. Rudy, tell me, what's your top 3?
So of course, the attraction factor. So beauty has to be in there somewhere. Definitely the conversation. One thing that I've realized about this new age woman is that she doesn't cook. There's a lot of women out here that do not cook. That to me is a problem. So it would be nice if she could cook.
Why is not cooking a problem?
Not cooking? Why is it a problem? So right. What are you eating?
There's plenty of other things to eat besides her cooking it.
Okay, so if that's the case,
I'm really asking this question because I really want to know.
Okay,
and I'm not asking because I don't cook. I'm asking because I want to know.
So I have learned a lot when it comes to the human body over a period of time by trial and error. And one thing that I've noticed is the same things that you buy in the store, if you cook them, you can get a different nutritional value than as if you bought it from the store. So for instance, let's just use something simple. Fried chicken. You buy fried chicken in a fast food place. Whatever it is that they do to their fried chicken is probably not what you would do at home. And if you do, you know exactly what you've done. So you know what exactly to get out of that. You know what's going to come from that. You know that if you put breading on it, you've added extra carbs into your diet. If you put vegetable oil as opposed to olive oil, you know what type of fats you've gotten out of it. And you may not even break it down in that manner, but at least you have an idea of what you're putting into your body. When you go to fast food restaurants, you'll notice that there is a direct line with people who are overweight and eating out often. There really is. People that generally cook more often, I'm not going to say they don't have a weight problem, but what I'm going to say is they tend to have there is a possibility for a more healthier lifestyle. And plus it teaches your children a level of stability. You're spending money on unnecessary things where you could be saving some of that money to do something a lot bigger, something more important. Something that you buy in a store may cost you $10. To make it at home, it may only cost you $5. And you can eat for 2 days off of the same thing.
Okay, so we got feedback from both of y'all.